This is Mick Mirage, coming in loud, live and hot on the underground. And folks, the situation is stickier than the dance floor at your local nightclub after the ugly lights have come on. Now we know how Lionel Richie was dancing on the ceiling. Once upon a time, this little white cube was more valuable than gold, mate. Now, you're paying for it with your attention span, your pancreas, and your kid's ability to sit still for more than 5 minutes without having a phone or tablet in their sticky little hands. How do we go from a teaspoon of sugar in our tea to an IV of it in everything that we eat? Some drongos I know in the outback are even shelving it. And I'm not talking about aisle 10 of your local supermarket. ADHD, mood swings, insulin spikes, anxiety. But don't worry, it's not your helicopter parenting to blame this time. It's sugar smack and kitty crack. Packaged with cartoon characters and good intentions in every lunchbox from the 80s onwards. Now here's where it gets messier than Johnny Depp's courtroom. The one where Amber mistook the bed for the bathroom and called it performance art. And somehow Aquaman still thinks she's a catch. Must be the mercury in the tuna, mate. But let's forget about Hollywood for a second. That illusion factory is already on fire, and half the actors are either too boosted, too Botoxed, or bankrupt to smell the smoke. Maybe that's why Joe Rogan moved to Texas, to escape the cancel and carb culture. Even Rogan's freezer, the one filled with elk meat, lion's mane, horse tranquilizers, and kettlebells, frozen in time like Thor's hammer, is starting to DM Jamie warning messages. Newsflash, while you were busy counting macros, Big Sugar was counting profits from engineering a food and addiction hybrid that would make the Toyota Prius proud. Good thing Tricky Mickey can smell what the Rock's cooking. I got your number, Dwayne. I cracked the label and followed the funding. Slid down a syrup-soaked rabbit hole so deep I passed Epstein's Island at warp speed. I didn't even get a chance to grab the guest list for all you millions of beautiful viewers out there, but I heard the cameras were off anyway. How the bloody hell did we get here? Back in 1850, the average person can chew 1.8 kilos of sugar a year. Today, the average American eats that in 23 days. Your average can of soda contains 39 grams of sugar. That's 10 teaspoons in every can. No wonder they call it Coke. Now I know what you're gonna say. Mickey boy, it was a different time, a different place, mate. Correcto, amigo. So let's have a quick history lesson, shall we? In 1226, sugar was as rare as hen's teeth. The King of England was begging for just 3 pounds of it. It was so prized that it helped create the plantation system, the prototype for modern capitalism. Ooh. Little fella, talk to me, little fella. She's all good, mate, no worries. Forced labour, foreign capital, single crop slavery. Cheers. Half to 2/3 of all enslaved Africans were sent to sugar plantations. Sugar literally fueled the transatlantic slave trade, running on the blood and sweat of trafficked humans. Now let's ride this sticky trail back to the 20th century. Between the 1940s and 70s, the sugar lobby bankrolled over 300 scientific publications. Their mission, make fats the villain and sugar the sweet, innocent bystander. They fat-shamed fat, my friends. Enter Ancel Keys, the cholesterol crusader of the 1950s. He told the world that saturated fats caused heart disease. The sugar industry threw fat under the bus and paid the Harvard scientists to drive it. I used to do that one on the dance floor, mate. By 1967, the food pyramid had been flipped like a Big Mac patty. They ripped the fat out of everything and replaced it with sugar, corn syrup, chemicals and fillers. They slapped on labels like Sean Connery, Schlapshabish. Healthy heart, low fat, light and fit. Time to set that alarm clock and wake up to some facts, friends. Real fat from real foods was never the problem. What killed your metabolism dead and bloated your waistline was the sweet filler they snuck in like Sleepy Joe's stunt double when no one was looking.